everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 13, Exploring Intimacy. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button. Leave me your comments so I know what you thought about this episode. These couples, is it really couples or is it couple, right? Or they're, friend zoning. And hey, thank you for watching on the replay. Thank you for joining me live. Thank you to everyone. A1 Day Ones, thank you so much. And I will have an announcement at the end of the live. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. So, all right. Hopefully everyone got a chance to watch the episode. Now, Married at First Sight, this is such an unprecedented season with one couple getting divorced real shortly after, which, that has become the norm in the last season or two. But with having another couple or another groom find a bride, get married for the second time, you would think that the Married at First Sight experts, I'm saying it again because I was tongue-tied, the Married at First Sight experts, production would want us, the viewer, to see the couple go through the motions like we had to spend those few weeks before we met the couples together in that episode instead of dragging this on and on and on. I'm going to speak for myself personally. I do not want to see Chloe get her nails done. I don't want to see her continue on with the wedding dress shopping. I don't want to see any bachelorette party. I don't want to see any bachelor party. Okay, that ship has sailed. We are more than halfway through this season because last week it was 4 weeks left until decision day. So now that we have this new couple to be getting married, it seems going to be next week. How many episodes are they going to push this back? Because technically, we don't have anyone to watch. And I believe, in my opinion, the front runners, Becca and Austin, are really the only runners, have been rocky for quite some time. And I don't think the activities that they're doing are really helping. And on top of that, if you got a chance to watch the after party, the little gems that the ladies generally drop during the after party are already saying what has happened coming up for decision day and for the future. And it doesn't look bright. So I'll get into a little bit of the after party later after we discuss the episode. I know for some of you who have reached out to me on social media have said that, they've gone to sleep through the show. It's boring. Can we hurry up and get this over with? I don't know how many more episodes is left, but apparently we're going to get more of what Michael and Chloe going forward hey, it is really a flop this season. Now, we've said it before. I'll just speak for myself. I've said it before. Millennial said it before when she was doing it with me. There's been several shows or seasons of Married at First Sight that we thought were flops. No. This is the ultimate flop. This right here. So anyways, let me see who's in the comments. And again, hello to the replay. I'm going to drop the link and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Don't want to keep y'all any longer than you have to be because this episode didn't give a whole lot. It was more on the after party for me that gave a lot more detail. All right. So Olaf Rappes and T, thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And hey girl, hey to Tamika, thank you for joining. And Miss Sharon, hello, good evening. Yes, Sharon, this episode was a mess. Tamika says beyond a mess. Rappes and T says KKP. They said you about to lose your job. You think so? You think so? I thought she, that sister girl conversation that she was having with Emily could have went all the way left, but I think she went in deep and pulled out her training with acting to get her over the hump with Emily. Because that was just one, what you say? Away, in my opinion. Tamika, you say we need to stop calling them experts because they're not. well, in their field, they are experts, but when it comes to this type of show, I'm gonna go with maybe not. Okay. And yes, this is a flop. So I'm gonna drop the link and I'm just gonna go over briefly some quick scenes and then we'll get into detail so I can hear your thoughts about the episode. Okay. So Married at First Sight starts with a quick scene with Chloe excited to finish her last minute details for the upcoming wedding with Michael. She says she's getting her nails done. She's going to, do all that fun stuff. Cool, well, fine, Chloe. However, we saw this. I know it's not your fault. Very early in the season. So a lot of us aren't interested. Okay. Well, so she's doing the last minute detail. I'm glad we didn't see it because I honestly didn't want to see it. Then the episode moves to Becca and Austin. They're on a date. They have decided to have a date at a plant shop. I wonder whose idea that was. I mean, I guess I've never heard of that, but it's new for me. So they went to go pick out some terrariums. And why do they have to have little innuendos of what possibly Becca wants to do and not necessarily Austin to put in their terrarium so they can, I don't know, germinate each other? I mean, nature is as nature does, but we'll move past that. That threw me for a loop. And I think I'm pretty smart about lots of different things, but this one right here really had me going like, what, huh? But anyways, Becca is ready to make the next move with Austin. She's trying to be as patient as she can, but she feels like she has to slow down the romance. And she says, but if there's anything that she can learn about Austin, she's learning little bits and pieces of it while they're at the terrarium or making a terrarium in the plant shop, seeing what like he's putting in his to grow and foster and all that. I just really want to know, is this Married at First Sight expert production somebody in there trying to get them to talk about the birds and the bees with plants and foliage? Anyway, let me read some comments and I'll bring up backstage. Frappes and T says KKP was definitely giving Karen energy to Emily. Okay, that's the way to look at it. And Frappes and T says, was Chloe promoting her mom's business? I don't know. Was she? Did I miss something? I kind of was like, okay. What does her mom do? I think I missed that one. All right. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
So Frappes and T, you said when Becca was interviewing Austin in the bedroom, I was like, what is that in Becca's hand? Becca is, we'll get to Becca. We'll get to Becca. Anyways, what do you think about the terrarium, making a terrarium in a plant shop and all that? What's that about?
I think I missed that. I think that's probably the part I fell asleep.
That was in the very beginning. That was like the first 5 minutes of the show.
So you know how when we used to be kids in church and we get that good church sleep? This is good church sleep.
That was good church sleep for you?
Yes.
But the thing is,
I did see some of it though. I do remember some of it.
But the thing about the birds and the bees though, I think it was kind of like trying to get them to be that way. And I'm like, if they're gonna do the birds and the bees, where are the ladybugs at? You know what I'm saying? I guess that's too advanced for them. I don't know. All right, so it's really sad. It's sad how Becca is just, I don't know. She's throwing herself at him, but he's not catching it. He hadn't been catching it.
Yeah.
And I unfortunately read a spoiler with them, but I noticed it before I saw the spoiler. I'm not even going to drop the spoiler. We'll wait till the end of the season.
She's frustrated, and she's like, I ain't never been around with a man that never want to do anything. And so, yeah. Yeah.
Frappes T said they're running out of bonding activities. I don't know. I guess. All right. So let's move past that to who I say. Next, we have Cameron. He's in the parking lot of the clinic or the hospital to talk about his procedure. I'm like, Cameron, save your breath. If your heart is doing with the flutters and different little things that it's really doing and your heart rate can't go too high, why are you on FaceTime, Cameron? Like, this is your excuse. This is your note that we don't have to see you no more until after whatever happens, hopefully in your favor, right?
Yeah. I don't understand why are you here? Go take care of your health. Because guess what? This show gonna go on if you don't, even if you don't. So go take care of your health first. Make sure you got that A1. Because if you ain't got your heart, you ain't got nothing. Because if you need your heart, you
Exactly.
know. So it's like your engine in your car. If your engine go out, guess what? You don't have a car. If your heart go out, guess what? It's lights out.
That's it.
As they say that God gonna pull you in the office, have a one-on-one meeting.
Now, I haven't
We
heard
don't.
that before. That's a good one. There you go. That's new
We don't
for
want
me.
that to happen.
No, you don't want it to happen right now. All right. Sharon says, Austin's idea, I think he likes plants. It was weird relating it to, yeah, it was. And where'd they get those little figurines from? Like all right, whatever. Let's see. And then after that, I'm just gonna move her up a little bit because her scene was quick too. I see you backstage. Hold on. Then Claire was like in her confessional talking about, I don't know why, I just want him to know. I thought I had something. I just want him to know that I'm here for him. I just want him to know that I care. And he told me he didn't want me to come to the hospital. He said no because, you're going to worry too much. I said, Claire, right there. He don't want you at the hospital. First of all, he don't have no family here. What you mean? That means he don't want to be bothered with you, Claire. And you up there snotting and carrying on, talking about, I understand he don't want nobody with me. I said, you talk about get off my TV. That was a get off my TV moment for me with Claire, in my opinion. I'm trying to be real nice about it. I'm trying not to be KKP about it because it took me there. And I'm like, why is she acting a fool like this? For what? For someone who don't want you. When he said, nah, he would rather not have you there. No support. And his family's, woo. All right. Sharon said, Claire never cared before. Why now? Yeah, yeah. Oh,
She's just trying to be relevant and acting like she care. She ain't acting. She acting.
Was like, all right, Claire, you got to continue your screen time. So 3, 2, 1.
Right.
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 All right. You ready backstage? All right. Here we go. Let me see. There we go.
Hey. Oh, it's 3 ways today. It's different.
Like it a different way. The other way.
I mean, it's cool. I was just
Whatever
like, why
you
is
want.
it like this?
So, what do you think about? I'll just jump back real quick to Becca Austin, the date at the plant shop, and then Claire and then Cameron separately. What do you think about
This is the weirdest way to try to get to sex I've ever seen. They doing too much. Like, what is going on here? We planting, we making terrariums to get to sex. Like, what is going? What happened to just going out on a nice day? You wearing something sexy, put on some lingerie. Why is we doing all this extra stuff? It don't take this. It don't take all this. Put on some lingerie, Austin. Tonight is the night. Get you some silk drawers and go lay in the bed. Take that snapback off. Why are you wearing a snapback
He's
every
been talking to
time?
Gina.
Hold on. Let me
But
see.
like, why is you always wearing that hat? Like, do you got a bald spot at the top? Like, what is up with the hat look like?
Might be thin. I never really noticed him with the hat like that. I think Gino took that away from me on the 90 day. I never really noticed
Well,
the
we
hat.
know Gino. It's a lot of people. The mall ain't open all the time, and every store ain't open with Gino. We know that, but his stores is open. I don't know. He weird. Like the things he say about why he don't want to have sex is just like no.
Right.
Another
So
person that don't like their wife.
right there. What do you think about Cameron on his confessional in the parking lot talking about, he's still telling us why he needs a situation when he had, just go and get it done. We know where
I
you
feel
at.
like I feel like it's a lie. That
No,
boy
I
got
don't
that boy got heartburn.
I don't think, you know what? I had a comment last week on the replay that I forgot your name. I'm sorry, but you know who you are. They said it wasn't, and Cameron did say this too on the episode, it wasn't congestive heart failure. He has an ablation in his heart. So that makes you flutter. So it's 2 different things to make your heart flutter. So quick little, some stint.
I
Okay.
mean, so long story short, he ain't gonna die.
I mean, anything could
It's
happen in
good. Anything to come with your heart.
yeah,
I
anything could happen.
mean, yeah, but why do we need to see you going to the hospital? Go to the hospital.
For the second time though. You know what I'm saying? Like if
We
this
get
keeps
it. You're sick.
right,
Your heart fluttering. Okay, what you gonna do about it? You gonna keep telling us that you're going to get it checked out, and then
yeah,
you gonna
Mm.
keep cutting it. What's her name? Chloe.
Claire.
But
Claire fake crying about it. Like, bro, you only known bro for 2 weeks. Stop.
So what do you think about Claire crying over Cameron don't want her there? He said, I don't want you there because you worry too much. Who says that?
Cameron, because he weird. I keep trying to tell
No,
y'all
but
these are.
I'm saying in general, besides Cameron, if you're going in for surgery, you know you don't have no family, and someone offers to be there for you for whatever, you're like, nah.
I mean, if he don't want her there, I mean, I only known him for 2 weeks. It's not really a big deal. You
I
only
guess.
know him for 2 weeks, Claire. 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. He doesn't want your help because I only know you for 2 weeks. You not being there is like okay. He done had dead spiders longer than her.
True. Front Face and T says, Alexa. Oh, I should say because I got Alexa in here.
don't right.
I do too. I see these don't light up.
Play Betty Wright tonight's the night.
And
Anyways,
that's a
all right.
good. That's a good song. They better
All right.
go on some PH and get it going. You,
Something.
you know,
All
watch
right. Let's
Ray J and Kim Kardashian or Tommy Lee or video. One of them.
happy birthday, Ray J. He's 43 today. I saw it on IG.
Oh, hey, Ray J,
Anyway,
Willie Norwood Jr. Happy birthday.
yes, sir. Moving to Brennan and Emily. So they're having yet another
Didn't I
conversation.
tell you he was a narcissist? I told y'all. You was like, I don't think that. I don't think. I said, narcissist. A nut. A nut. They done hooked her up with a nut. She is if blink twice if you need help.
She
Yeah,
been
she blinking. She
She,
blinking.
please.
no. Not blink twice. Raise your broken wrist if you need help. How about that? Be
Yeah,
more specific.
how on the episode it ain't broken, but it's broken again when you talking about what's going on here. The timeline of your wrist ain't adding up.
Right. So they're having conversations about being in that hot tub. I'm like, y'all still talking about that hot tub and not answering the questions? I thought you talked about that at the end of the episode because the way that Brennan put her business out there on the after party last week, okay, didn't seem like they was having no conversation. So when I saw this part of the episode, I'm like, that didn't happen. There's no way. He's like,
Mm-mm.
trying to be like, no, I understand. Things do get out of hand and I need to work on me. Yeah, you do need to work on you, Brennan.
You do.
That's
Yeah.
new. You need to work on you. But Brennan admitted that he hasn't been as open and promised to work on things. But Emily in confessional says, yeah, he apologizes, but pretty much actions speak louder than words. And Brennan wants everything on his own terms. So them wanting to hit the reset button after trying to come back to the same page isn't working.
Right.
And I'm just like, what is it before we'll talk about the after party too, but before we get there, what is it that Emily feels that Brennan will say on camera that he's saying that she's hearing off camera? Like, what is she afraid of? Because again, he's a stranger. It's stranger danger as far as I'm concerned with Emily, because they just don't get along. I wonder what's holding her back from being as honest and open, because she presents that way, but then later on we find out that's not the case. I wonder what it is.
I no clue, but it's like if she doesn't act, it's like he wants her to act a certain way
Mm-hmm.
on camera to save face for whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like, and if she don't do it, then now she's going to be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she acts the way she does.
Frappes and T has a good point. It says Brendan's sassy facial expressions for me when he's annoyed with Emily and Dr. Pia. I do have something written down about that later on. I noticed that too, Frappes and T. It's very sassy. I like that.
But why every time the black woman come around, you got something to say, but when Dr. Pepper come around, you love her? Don't make no
Well,
sense.
Well, okay, so then I'll make my comment now about that. I don't think it's just. At first, I was like, "Is Brennan the R word?" But I was like, "Well, he's married to Emily, so kind of that would make him like maybe no." But I just feel that he doesn't have respect for women in general, based off of his mother. He saw the ups and downs his mother went through from the alcoholic ways that he had growing up from his dad. So I think that's part of it too. I think he also does not respect Emily by Emily putting too much of her own information out on the table, saying that pretty much she slept around and did first one night stands because it was fun and that's what she likes to do. So I feel like he don't have respect for her just because he look at her like, like a garden tool. And I think Dr. Pia calls him out on his BS. And I think that he likes Dr. Pepper because she's older. He looks at her like, no shade, Dr. Pepper, like a grandmother figure who has some experience and she got a good head on her shoulders. That's what I think in that order. So I don't know about y'all. But Sharon says, Brennan has serious childhood issues. Emily does too. She's afraid of him. It's obvious now. He was rude again to Dr. Pia. Yeah, because she.
I think he remind her of her dad.
Oh, with the drinking?
No. Her dad with the pushing, and then every time she want to speak up for herself, it's always pushback or him trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Talk over her.
yeah. It's like she can't express herself. It's he Brandon is a trigger. Brennan is a trigger, and Brennan is always triggered, just like his friends. His friend told us whatever we already knew.
Yeah.
Are you doing that thing you always do when the girl do one thing wrong? Now it's nothing right, nothing she could do. He hold grudges. How you gonna be with somebody he's still mad? This all rules back down to when she said, "Are you having fun?" That's when the relationship went down the hill, and he ain't over it, and he can't admit it. He won't admit it because he crazy, he a narcissist, and he gonna make her seem like she crazy, and she gonna start believing she crazy.
She's already believing it now. Emily
Mm-hmm.
it already.
Yeah,
Frappe says, I hope production has footage of Brennan flip flopping off camera. Me too. I want to see it.
yeah,
And Frappe and T said, I also think Brennan reminds Emily of her dad.
yeah. She gonna need some serious counseling after this.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Not
Um.
from the experts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not.
this gonna
Yeah.
make her
Mm-mm.
want to just stay single forever. This is a
Yeah,
bad thing. This is exactly why you don't go from being single to being married. Don't listen to these people.
right.
How they
Yeah.
gonna set up an experiment that they didn't even do?
True. So then after they call themselves trying to reset, but Emily knows good and well it's not a reset. So does Brennan. Emily and Brennan write letters to younger selves, which is an activity we've seen on Married at First Sight many times before. Emily's is very well thought out and detailed. Versus
Mm-hmm.
Brennan, that's kind of like short and sweet. But one thing I picked up for Brennan, which kind of made me go, "What? For real?" He said his mentor was his friend's dad at the age of 13. That says a lot right there.
A whole
Shocker.
lot.
What'd you say,
I
Devontae?
said shocker.
You mean spicy.
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like we already know this. I told you he didn't like his parents.
Well, we know he didn't like his parents. He said he had a better relationship now, but the mentor still is his friend's dad at the age of 13.
I don't think his relationship
13
with his
forward.
parents is better at all. This is not giving better relationship with my parents. This is giving. He said it in his letter. He said even though they do love you, even though they have a weird way of showing it.
Yeah, he didn't mention his sister at all. Remember, he fell out with
Mm-mm.
his sister. We don't know why, but they fell
Because
out.
the sister probably figured out this family is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you have anything to add to that with the letters, Tamika, or no?
Yeah. No, I liked Emily's letter, and but yeah, his letter was just crazy. And then I was it Frappe and Tita said that he when she was reading hers that he looked disinterested. He
Yeah,
looks disinterested when she talks. She
Yeah.
opened her mouth. He looks like what this bee got to say.
true.
Because he don't like he already tuned out. He just here. He finishing the process. He
Yeah, he here for
basically
a chat.
Yeah, it ain't even for the check. He's sitting here like, look, I don't want to look bad on TV for real,
Yeah,
for real. So I'm gonna
I ain't
just
got nothing
finish
to
this
do.
out so everybody won't say that I gave up on the marriage. And I'm gonna
Hmm.
sit here and I'm gonna say I gave it my best try. And then after this over, I'm not gonna do no interviews. We just gonna argue on Instagram a couple times, and I'm gonna delete her
Yeah, argue on
I
Instagram.
follow
and be in
everybody.
a relationship with the girl he probably was with before. Like I probably shouldn't have been mad that you popped the popcorn a little too long, but that was the root of the problem. Like something wrong with him.
I'm
Look.
going to tell you something else I think about Brennan. I
Mhm.
believe, I do have this later on for Dr. Pia, but I'll say it now. In my opinion, Brennan is unfulfilled. He's not fulfilled. He hadn't been fulfilled in a long time based off of what he said when he was 13. He went to someone outside of his home for advice, and he didn't have no other family members to talk to. So
Right.
Brennan lives in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like he just is Brennan against the world. He's unfulfilled. And clearly he has so much baggage still from his younger years, childhood. He has
Hmm.
broken out of that at all. I don't even see any relationship he may have been in that would have lasted, period, because he has too much baggage. He's not fulfilled internally for himself. He's not.
Yeah,
I,
he need
I
a
just
younger.
yeah, you're not happy, beloved.
He's not.
Put
He need to
your
sit
chest to the earth.
right. He need to really touch the earth. Touch the earth, Brennan. You're not happy. You're not happy. Tell her you're mad at your mama. I'm mad that you let dad be a truck around us. I'm mad. That's what he need. Ayala. That's the expert they need.
That's who they need. I'm telling
They
you, I
need
love a
Ayala.
younger.
You don't need Dr. Pepper. Cancel all fired. Everybody but Dr.
Yep.
Pierre.
Her,
Fired.
You
We
need
don't need they not
Ayala and
experts.
Keisha.
Yup.
somebody, hold on, let me
Keisha need to upgrade. Kevin Frazier need to do the after party and the reunion. He asks good questions. Have
Hmm.
Keisha be an expert. She actually married and
they
live with her
don't
and
And
live
live
with
with
her
her husband.
husband.
let me pause y'all right now. I think they need to have like not the people that they have on from different magazines. They need to have like a small panel of people who do this, viewers, to ask
Yeah.
those to ask the real questions. We're not
Yes.
we're gonna be like, so what was happening when y'all was at the honeymoon, da 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 da. Like what what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like, why would you do that? They need real people, yeah, an expert or two, or someone more professional. Not saying we're not professional, that does this for a living to, go through the motions and get, keep the show rolling. But they need real people like us to ask questions.
I
Hmm.
think they should also, when they do the after party, like bring Brandon's friend on and show him the clip. Cause he don't listen to Emily. He don't listen to Dr. Pierre. You got to bring somebody that he respects their opinion. So somebody can be like, bro, based on that clip, you looking real narcissistic, bro. You looking a little off there. Like
And
she just asked you, was you having fun? And you just been spazzing ever since. And
is this the friend? Is that the friend's dad? The friend from all those years ago? Is that his? Because that gives me like I only have one friend. Because Brennan don't give me he trusts people and
man,
none of
that dude looked it so random. I was like, that's your friend?
that. Right. I was like, right.
Yeah. He probably don't. He's probably the only friend.
Like,
He probably ran all the other ones away.
right. You got to look like he looks like a gamer dude, right? And Brennan, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's your friend. I said the same thing to
It was
Devontae.
just like when he popped on the screen, I was like,
Yeah, because Brennan's like seems very, nose in the air, uppity kind of with his personality. So you would think he would have someone along those lines. But Sharon says Brennan is against therapy. So how is he going to get the help he needs? That's true,
Hmm.
Sharon. That's
But
very
if
true.
you look back at how when he was talking to his friend through the computer, he looked disinterested when he was talking to him because his eyes was rolling everywhere else but on that screen.
Because he probably heard this before. I think that's his friend from his preteen or teenage years that probably knew Brennan's household and how he grew up. Because Brennan,
Hmm.
you know, anyways, Frappes and T said Brennan might turn into Dylan after that red flag. Dylan, who's Dylan?
Emily, where is these? See, that's what I be saying. These people really don't have people in their corners. I'm sorry. My best friend, I got a best female friend. There's no way I'd be watching the show. She would tell me, and I would not say, you need to leave this man alone.
Right.
Exactly.
Like,
Anyway,
if
Exactly.
this is what he like in 2 weeks, This is just 2 weeks,
Not even 2 weeks. It was like
two
three,
months.
4 days
Two,
after honeymoon. 4 days. It was like done. She said,
yeah, no, you supposed to be on bliss. Y'all should. Everybody should basically get a divorce after. It should be no divorces in 3 months. Couldn't have
right.
nothing that bad happen in 3 months. This is the fun part of the relationship where we getting to know each other. We cracking jokes. It's fun. Nothing you could do nothing wrong in the first 3 months. Then the real start seeping out. Be like, yeah, I think you need a CPAP machine because the way you be snoring, I tried to put up with it for a couple months. Now it's getting on my nerves.
Move,
You know?
right. Everybody snores to the degree that you snore. All right.
Right.
So let's move on to the meetup. So the couples are out playing pool. Are they playing pool? Oh, wrong
Yeah.
one. Sorry. No. They moved to, is it that meetup or the different one?
Well, they had that meetup where they were outside on the
I thought
deck
they
and
was
they
at the
were
fire. I thought they was at the fire and
at
the
the fire
girls was
pit,
talking.
That's it. The
and the
fire.
and the boys was
Yeah, they was barbecuing.
barbecuing. Yeah.
I was ahead of my notes. Yeah. So did y'all notice? Then we'll get into detail. When they were barbecuing those burgers, why was Austin's hand on the grill? I'm like, you can't put your hand on no hot grill. That hand was on the grill a long time. I'm like, so you're really not out there cooking. This is for show. Because he
See,
was
I be noticing just like when Emily was drinking that water. Did you notice that water looked dirty? I was like, why that glass? Why that? The water wasn't clear in the cup. I was like, maybe she. I was like, maybe she not drinking water. She drinking some seltzer, something. I was like,
yeah,
hmm.
yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, because he kept having his hand on the grill. I'm like,
Yeah, that meat was about pink. That meat was
Yeah.
pink. Where was the
Yeah.
flavor?
They like
right,
they meat rare.
And
I
there
guess.
wasn't no seasoning. I said, ooh, they seasoning like the one dude from last season.
So while they're talking, it seems like Emily is trying to tell her problems to Claire and Becca. And of course, Becca's the cheerleader for everybody. She's like, you know what? You do what you need to do. You know, you're putting yourself out there, all this and that. So,
Such a
okay, give her a
liar.
pep talk. But when Claire talked about her version with Cameron, was Emily teary-eyed because she was thinking about herself, you think? Or you think she was teary-eyed because what Claire was saying? I couldn't figure out like why she was like what was hurting her feelings so. Did y'all notice or no? Or were you awake?
Mm-mm. Barely.
I mean,
Barely.
I feel like she, in her mind, she'd have felt like she basically didn't stress Cameron out so much with this process
Mm-hmm.
that something going on with his heart, even though it's really not her problem. But I
Right.
understand how you could think that way, but it's just like, it's not your fault. Like,
It's not your fault.
he had this it's an underlying issue. Like it's a coincidence. But
Hmm.
I understand how you could try to blame yourself. It's just like if you was just talking to somebody, you just start talking to him, then you stop talking to him, and then something bad happened to him. Even if you only been talking to him for a little while, you might feel a little guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if I wouldn't have not talked to him that day, maybe whatever wouldn't have happened. So I understand, but it's just like, how many times you gonna cry over this? I mean, even though he didn't want you in there, you could have sat in the hospital room. He wouldn't have known.
Right. Hold
Go
on.
to the different weight room on the other wing, and then come back when he in surgery, and just be like, "Hey, is he okay?"
Yeah, but Claire, I think she's taking it a lot real personal because I think she realized maybe there may have been only for her though, may have been something after the fact. You're like, oh, maybe
Hmm.
I really do like this guy. Okay, well, you might like him, but you don't like him more than the friend version that he has
Well, why
been.
you get Cameron if you like black guys?
Now that's we're gonna get to that on. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Hey, Cheryl. She said five
Hey,
people,
Sherry.
burgers. Guess Claire wasn't going to eat. I don't know. Maybe somebody was vegan. I don't know. Somebody. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
maybe somebody gonna have to. Yeah.
there were no chips. Like Frappe T said, no hot dogs, no
There
vegetables.
was nothing.
No
No,
chips, no sides, no
Right.
nothing.
She bought some cheese and tequila. I'm like, what?
right. No bread. They just don't
I'm
put
like,
it on their hand and eat it.
y'all gonna be towed back outside eating them raw burgers with 6 stomachs in the morning.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Sharon says, if you notice, they all say like too much. That's a basic vanilla lingo for them, though.
Like he doesn't. But do y'all notice that? What's her name? I can't never think of this. What's the pink hair?
Becca.
She a liar. Liar, liar, pink hair on fire.
Oops. Well,
She
you
sat there.
wait.
Y'all did you pay attention to see when she was talking to the girls at the little the
Go ahead.
fire pit or whatever?
Go
She
ahead.
said they said, "How's the intimacy going?" Oh, it's going in the right direction. Then the next scene, they talking about it. I'm like,
Well, for her, maybe it is. I mean, in this one of them scenes, she had a pickle in her hand and she was doing an interview. So, I guess that was a little whatever for her. And that terraria, when they did the little whatever was, I don't know, maybe the conversation, maybe it's conversation going in the right direction.
It's not.
what? No,
It's
you
not.
got to talk about sex with a pickle.
Don't get me laughing because I could laugh for about 10 minutes straight. Let's
It's
move.
just like, no.
Well, what do you think about Brennan, though? He's telling Austin that he wants to continue to hang in there. I'm like, for what? You know what I'm saying? He goes, divorce was on the table, but now, I'm not thinking about that. I want to try to make things work. You want to talk about someone giving mixed signals to everybody. It's not just to Emily. He's telling her like, before the cameras turn on. He just lying to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or misleading everybody. Lying is a harsh word. So he hasn't been honest either. Austin's not being honest at all. All right. So then where are we at now? After that meetup, the couples are out playing pool, and here comes Michael to tell them that he's getting married again. Is it me, or is he asking people, well, the couples, for advice whether he should go through it or not? I'm like, why would you ask them? What?
Why
He
you
is.
asking
First,
them?
he need to take off that damn crown.
Please, Princess Zamunda, what is going on? What? Where is the crown thing? Like, what is it?
The crown was a gift from the first wife.
The first wife.
So he
So
still
why you still wearing it? You don't. You need to. You ain't the king of nothing.
now in the after party, he said he kept the earrings too that he got from her.
Yeah,
So
and he
I would
wore
have
them.
kept it. I would have kept the earrings. That's cool. But I ain't about to keep wearing that crown like a
No,
goofy. I
right.
don't
Looking,
believe he ever had a wife.
he
I
looked
don't
like the
believe.
Burger King. The
I don't
Burger
believe
King.
they ever had him. They ever had a wife for him. I think that was all play. I don't believe he ever had a wife. I think they had to stall to find somebody.
that
She
would be
came down that aisle and was like, "Oh no,
that
no,
wouldn't be cool at all. That
no,
would be very cruel. That would be very opposite.
no." She was like, "Nope, nope, nope."
It
Do y'all
didn't work
see?
this
Is
season.
this the
Well,
HBO?
how's they get? I just don't understand how they getting married and it's 21 days to get to the decision day on this episode.
Well, the information last week said 4 weeks to go, but with when it was the C19, that season stretched out, and a few other seasons
Mm-hmm.
stretched out that episode. This season might stretch out more. Maybe Tamika may share something towards the end that she may have heard or not heard, but it sounds like it's a lot. Because maybe because just think about this. If the season truly is 3 weeks left to go, we're already on season 13. They don't usually go past 17 on a normal season.
Last season they went to what, 26 episodes? Didn't they have 20 something? They had 20 some episodes. If I'm
Last
not
season,
mistaken. Wasn't it 20 episodes? 20?
oh no, I have to look it up on my thing.
But
Anyway,
yeah, they
because they're gonna have to get married, and then we're gonna have to find out about them. You can't do all that in 3 weeks.
and I listen, I bet I put money on this. We ain't seen the last of Lauren and Orion. I
If
guarantee you they coming
they
back.
come back,
I'm willing to
I'm
put money
done.
on it. I put money on this one. They're coming back.
I can't roll with you on that one. I believe you. I'm not gonna take that bet.
I mean, I ain't gonna take nobody money, but I'm just saying.
Hey, if they come back, Lauren, I hope he do you real dirty because you slow.
I don't want nobody to be treated bad. Period.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
They're coming
God
back.
for punishment at this point. You want to be treated bad. You get
Yeah.
off on this. This is weird.
Remember a few weeks ago they had a A
Hold on.
preview.
It says, Sharon says Lorna and Orion will be at the wedding. Wow. You saw that, Sharon, or are you guessing? Go ahead, Tamika. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that. Remember a few weeks ago we saw a preview when they said when he was like, "Hey, I want to, I miss you or something. I want to rekindle or something," and she had that little goofy smile on her face.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think they're coming back. I think we ain't seen the last of them. That's why they're stretching it out.
Fred Pays and T said they showed a scene of him asking for a second chance. I saw that, but
Yeah, they coming back.
And
I hope
she better deny him. She better say, I thought about it too, but based on the disrespect, it's a no for me.
I just looked it up on the videos I did. Married at First Sight last season was 23 episodes, not including Decision Day. That would mean
And we had how many?
13.
And why they ain't got married yet? Why we gotta wait on this? This is ridiculous.
It's next week. It's next week. All right, let's move past. We could be on that for a minute. So now Emily so he asked them, to come to the wedding, and the only people that said they wouldn't be there is Becca and Austin because they're going to go visit his grandma. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. It's first time.
Right.
So he's meeting all his friends and family, and he's not meeting hers. Y'all notice that?
It's her family.
Yeah. I don't want to have nothing to do with this.
Yeah. She met his mom and dad last week for lunch. She took photos of his friend and wife and kids, and now next week they're gonna go see his grandma. Where her family?
Well, but I feel like they do that.
Family.
But I feel like they do that every year though. Like somebody's family just doesn't make the TV. But then it turns out, oh yeah, we was playing Uno at my mom's house, but they just don't never show it. So I think they probably seen her mom, unless they don't live there. Is everybody that lived there that was on the show from like Colorado?
I'm guessing so. Everybody but Cameron's family, I guess. I don't know. Well, anyways, the other couples or singles say good thing to do. We're rooting for you. And no, it wasn't you, there was her. You should get a second chance at this and, go for it. We'll be there. Congratulations. Even Brennan was like, how would you know, if you don't do it? And I'm like, Brennan, why are you giving advice? Anyway, after that, that's when we see Brennan talk with his friend on FaceTime, talk about the challenges of what he's going through. Brennan's friend talk about, you are normally stuck in your head when it comes to relationships. You can't seem to get past certain situations. The friend should have been here from the beginning because Brennan needs, instead of Dr. P, it should have been whatever his friend's name is, talking Brennan off the ledge every time. Because that's what's like is happening. Brennan's on the ledge and he is more than dangling. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like he was really calm talking to his friend. So I don't know. That's why I wrote down that Brennan is emotionally unavailable and he's, in my opinion, unfulfilled because he's carrying all that baggage. So then we moved to the scene with Emily and Austin playing soccer. Turns out Emily was a soccer player.
She was dogging him on there too.
She was doing him something dirty.
She was dogging him.
When she was playing, I'm like, oh yeah, she's in her element, right? And then she said, the program she was in and the tournaments, and she was a captain and this and that. Her dad, was her coach and her mentor and, everything soccer. In my mind, I was like, that's good, Emily. But at the same time, I was thinking, don't tell Brennan this because Brennan don't like to be outshined, clearly, and not outshined by you. That's what I got from this situation. Now, Brennan sat down. He was like, yeah, I wish someone was there to push me doing the things I like to do because I wasn't good at it. He goes, but maybe if someone pushed me, I would have made my high school team. So now it makes sense, Devontae, as to why old boy is his friend. Because don't look like old boy played sports either in high school. Right?
We both sucked.
I mean, I'm not saying he didn't, but it don't look like he did. That don't seem like that's his thing. And so when Brennan was talking to Emily, I also got the vibe that Brennan, he definitely mood swings. It's like he came all the way down. You know what I'm saying? When he's talking about the things he didn't accomplish in school based off of sports. And I'm like, but Brennan, you said that you were with your mentor and learned the real estate game. So then you didn't have time to do other things because you were used to picking this man's brain. That's what he said, right? So clearly your interest wasn't, I keep knocking over my teeth, the sports that he was wanting. So I don't know. All right. So now when Dr. Pia visit Emily and Brennan and Beck, what's her name? Is it Emily? Yeah, Emily and Brennan and Austin and Becca. We'll start with Austin and Becca first. Okay. She's pretty much telling Dr. Pia that she's not used to her relationships moving so slow. She's used to getting it on. She's used to being touchy-feely and being more intimate. And when she asked Austin the reason why, he said, I like to take things slow. But he's always said that. Austin has never gotten off of what he said. Regardless if you like her like that or not, he's never changed his tune. Brennan changed his tune all the time. Austin has said the same thing. So I give him that. You know what I'm saying? He always said, I take things slow. I'm just, I take things at my own term. But why was Becca like all sensitive and in her heart and her feelings and teary-eyed? What's that cat from the Shrek? What's that cat? Little Puss in Boots. She had the little Puss in Boots eyes, all big watery tear eyes because Brennan wanted to take it slow. I'm like, what is the problem?
Like, yeah, let him take it slow. That's how he is. Let him be.
It's only been 4 weeks. He's just
right.
Are you sleep deprived?
That's how like he looked like I look how I was last night watching it.
I want to sleep. I'm listening.
Listen, I was baby.
It's probably the glare of my glasses for the
that's
light.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, it's the glare.
But do we think that Dr. Pia was trying to get Austin to be more intimate? Because I'm like, you don't make someone be something they don't want to be. Because he admitted that he doesn't want to come across on camera a certain way.
He never does.
I mean, that's just okay. So compare Austin to what was his name last season? Eris. They said the same thing, but they didn't. They said in a different way because Eris told her, Jasmine, that he wasn't interested in, and maybe at the end of the process, if we're still into it, we could maybe lead up to intimacy. Versus Austin, who's saying, but it was also the way that Eris said it. Versus Austin was saying in a calm tone that, yeah, we even make out. At least he's doing a little bit more than Eris did. At least they're kissing and hugging and touchy-feely kind of thing. Just don't want to go all the way because he just views her, in my opinion, as a friend. So
and I can see that. Kind of, sort of. I can see it. Like I don't want to engage in that until we know we gonna be together because right now we just FWB.
Yep. Frappes and T said, was Brennan the playground bully? No. His dad took care of that, in my opinion. No, I think Brennan had his tail between his legs.
I want to believe Austin. What's his name? Is it Austin?
Yes.
I want to believe that he wants to.
Look at Frappes and T's comment that's from John Legend.
Right.
We just ordinary people. We just want.
I'm not saying that men don't never want to take it slow, but it's just like it's just never a good sign when a man wants to take it slow. It's just never a good sign. Unless usually the men that want to take it slow is because they always jump in relationships with sex. And he's saying he always takes it slow. Why?
I don't know.
You already married. You can't take it slow in a accelerated process. This doesn't make any sense.
Maybe Brennan, and I'm not throwing shade, I'm being serious. Maybe Brennan, because you can experience this at any age, has ED and
he's out of Viagra.
And he just doesn't know how to tell her. No, I'm serious, Devontae. Maybe that's why. So, anyways, let's move past.
Get a honey pack.
I mean, I guess he would do it with the right person.
Get some gas station pills.
Brennan did ask Becca if she was okay pegging. I said, okay.
Oh. When I heard that, I was like,
Yeah,
That's why
definitely
you
sleep
take
during
it.
that because
That's why you take it
You
slow.
didn't hear that, Tamika? You would have sleep?
I
Yeah.
was definitely sleep during that part. When I
Yeah,
heard it, I was like, he said, what?
he sure did. He's
Now I
like,
got to go back and watch it.
she's like, I'm interested in whatever my partner's interested in. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we
He
won't elaborate
lives.
on here for
Well,
YouTube.
call Jasmine if you need some. Never
Um,
mind.
I'm read
It
some
just it
comments.
ain't looking it ain't looking too right. It ain't looking too good. Pink hair. It's looking
Mm.
real. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sharon says Becca's a hot mama. He said he told her he's a 3 to 6 month man.
He been talking to Steve Harvey.
I've been a man all my life. I ain't waiting no 3 to 6 months. Come on. If you waiting 3 to 6 months, what's going on down there, sir? What's going on? We know what it is. Is you trying to make her fall in love first before you
Fred and T, don't make me mute your mic. Fred and T said Dr. Pepper should have asked Brennan how slow did he go in his previous relationships. And then Sharon said he doesn't know Becca. It's been 5 weeks. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Mute your mic. Knock it off. Let's move past that though.
how much he need to know her to do that? What that got to do with it? You need to now you need to know her. You know her enough to marry her. We could combine income and paperwork, and we can. When y'all divorce,
Mm-mm.
y'all really got to go to court. This is not for play. So you
That's
could do all that, but I don't know you enough to have sex with you. But we could just give our
so
socials and stuff.
after that.
Right.
Wow.
So after that, ding dong. Oh, look, there's a box at the door. Who sent the box of adult toys over here? Oh, what is this? What is this? Yes, let's try it. I was like, Austin, pick
Yeah.
your poison because this does not match up. All right.
Yeah. She put on them handcuffs real quick.
Let's move to what's her name? I keep forgetting. Brennan and Emily. So when they meet with Dr. Pia, he says, he doesn't really like the line of questioning that's going on here. And I'm like, what line of questioning you talking about? If I was Dr. Pia, I'm like, Brennan, I ask you these questions every time I'm here. They're the same questions because the same situation scenarios keep coming about. But Brennan says he doesn't like the questioning. I'm like, what is she asking you so hard? You couldn't answer the questions in the fishbowl, which was general questions. You could have said anything.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't know. Emily wouldn't know what, I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Versus the expert that's asking you, why is it that communication is the way that it is? But Emily's receptive at first, but then she gets defensive about the question answering. And then, there's a glance. You can tell there's energy there in the room, even before we knew what happened at the after party or not. There's always energy in the room. So that's
anytime she bat her eyes, she get pissed. Oh, there it is. He lying. Look at her face.
Right. So exactly, Frappes and T. Red flags. He doesn't like to be questioned. He don't like to be asked nothing. Like nothing. It's always like, oh, so why do we have to go there? I'm trying not to make her look bad. This is about you. You know what I'm saying? He's always deflecting off of what the question or the statement is at the time. So really is not much to say. I already gave my comment earlier that Brennan doesn't like to be questioned from Dr. Pia. I don't think he likes to be questioned in general. So that was really episode. So next week, Michael gets married for the second time. Now, here's the announcement I'm going to make. As y'all can see, I have different hair on. That's because I'm going to do my hair after we get off this live. There will be no shows next week, no videos next week. My health is stable over the last 2.5 years, to be 3 in May when I was diagnosed. Am able to go on a bucket list vacation. I will be heading out to the Western Caribbean on Saturday for 8 days. Okay.
All right, you going on a cruise?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
8 days. So I'll be in the Western Caribbean.
Okay. Go ahead, get your groove back.
Okay.
Get your son on.
So
She's supposed to be on 90 Day Fiance.
No, ma'am.
He said, mute your mic.
No. But this trip was planned before the C-19.
Mm-hmm.
All that happened, and I was diagnosed. And when I was diagnosed, I never thought I would be here.
Mm-hmm.
Grace, always God, right? And so now I'm able to take that bucket list trip. Has been planned for like 6 months, and it's finally here as of Saturday. So no videos this week. I'm excited, but I will have pictures and everything to show everybody. I will have some Wi-Fi, so when the marriage comes on, somebody message me on IG or whatever. Let me know what happened with the wedding.
Yes. Okay, I will try to stay up. I will drink a Mountain Dew that night and give you a pay-by-pay.
You don't do play-by-play. Just let me know. So thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
I'm gonna just tell you, don't use none of your cellular.
I already know.
I talked to somebody for an hour. We came back. That phone bill was $500.
No. I'm just turn on the Wi-Fi just for a hot second, just checking emails, whatever, and then that's it. So I will be back. Not this week. The following week I'll be back, but no videos next week. None. Thank you, the Jasmine Show. I'll have pictures on IG if y'all following. I'm going to 4 different stops. 4.
Woo-wee.
Oh. Anyways,
Yes.
I was
Yes.
black when I was out
And
there.
you
I ain't
better
gonna
be in a
lie.
2-piece. Throw that hair up, honey.
I
Yes.
was dark.
don't
That
bring home the
sun
live
hit you.
souvenir. Oh, you showing off right, basically. A live souvenir. That could be anything. Let me just say, there's no.
Bring
Mm-hmm.
back some rum.
Johan.
Get you some rum.
I can't do that anymore. So it'll be non-alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh
But anyways,
well.
all right. So
Bring it for us.
What'd you say?
Bring it for us.
Yeah, we gonna need it after watching the next episode.
Right.
So new comment from Zuby Girl says, I'm thinking that there may not show the wedding. It'll be all leading to the wedding, and then they'll have the wedding the week after. Ooh, that's
If
possible.
they do that, I swear I might be done with just the season. I ain't gonna say I'm done with the series. It's just the season. It's just dragging. They all haven't it's literally getting to the point you don't gotta watch the show because they literally talking about the same thing and the experts coming and say the same thing.
Right.
We're in this warp. It's all the same.
Right. Well, let's talk about the key points of the after party real quick. I gotta do my vacation here. Okay. Anyways, key points. Michael has cut his hair and he's ready for the upcoming wedding. Michael, just he talks too much. He talks too much, in my opinion. I think that's going to be the downfall of Chloe, his new bride.
Do he be having on?
He's eclectic in his fashion and his outlook on life. I think he should.
Okay.
It looked like he closed his eyes and just go in the closet. And be like, yep.
Also, we have Austin saying he's uncomfortable talking about intimacy on TV and pressure's never good and he harbors issues. I cannot believe y'all said that at the end of the show. I cannot believe. And the co-signer. Okay, so Austin says he's uncomfortable talking about intimacy on TV, and there's pressure is never good. He was talking about the romantic evening, and then what happened with that. But here's the thing, and there's a lot of hearsay this season on the after party, is that Emily said, "Oh yeah, so the basket and everything. I heard all that stopped when the camera stopped rolling." I said. That's what she heard. Now, the last person said they heard was Lauren said what she heard about Karen. Plus, I heard on here from the ladies. So the ladies are giving away the show. So who she hear that from? Becca? That as soon as the camera was like, girl, get away from me. He gave her the elbow, the people's elbow.
So that means he basically gave us what we wanted to see. But I knew it.
Sharon says, Emily better get it together. Don't come from KKP or Austin. All right.
Listen,
so, yes.
Emily's about to, I was like, oh, because I just literally watched the after party before I came on and I was just like, oh yeah, you ready to get your tail whipped. Well, don't mess with little Rudy Huxtable.
She's
I know
still
She did good. She was. Oh,
For real?
I am
saying, and so I'm
trying.
saying she stopped the sister girl coming out. She went
I
into her
know.
internal
She almost that neck. That neck was like
right. But she had her wrist guard back on and she was like,
she did a
Keisha's
good
asking her
job.
questions. And then Emily was talking about it went pretty good to start, but Emily was like, well, let me give you the backstory about when we played soccer and Brennan was talking all this, trash in the background. I'm like, then guess what? I wouldn't have played soccer. We would just wouldn't. It would have been in camera. We just wouldn't have filmed that day. He wouldn't making me feel bad for having an opinion and this and that, and then having a tantrum before every activity. Why would you want to continue with that? You know what I'm saying? The mood is already down. That's why she was extra playing soccer. I would have tripped him up too. What they say, like in basketball, I would have break them ankles trying to get you to, one way. So then when Keisha continued on with the different line of questioning, that's when Emily was getting that snapbacks, what we're talking about. And then she was like, Keisha brought it around, was like, listen, I'm just trying to gain understanding about what's happening here, and then she goes, it feels like you're getting defensive. And then Emily broke down and she admitted that she didn't feel safe in conversations. Why did you say this to Dr. P and Dr. Pepper
Exactly.
weeks ago? What,
Production. Does anybody see that this girl is in danger? I feel like Whoopi. You in danger, girl.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Keisha was like, I ain't the enemy.
Right. Exactly.
She wanted to be like, I ain't the enemy. My marriage is good. You better get like me.
Mad at me. Don't be mad at me because you can't say what you want to say in your house. Don't be mad at me, sweetheart. Where's all that energy for Brennan when he telling you to stop and now you want to be mad
You
at
don't know
Keisha.
me,
Don't get mad at Rudy
baby.
because this pudding is popped.
Right. But that's what I'm saying though. If you don't feel safe, I heard you. I'm not even gonna. If you don't feel safe, why are you waiting till after the taping? This is already over in the in the bucket, however they say. It's done. There's no way if I didn't feel safe that I'm going to continue on the show.
And that's my thing. You don't feel safe. Why are you trying so hard?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
don't make sense.
He
Make it
give
make
you an
sense, as
out
the
every
children
week.
say.
You can run from your abuser, ma'am. He's giving you an out. If you want to leave, leave. Go.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Remember, he don't stay there to go to work anyway. As
Right.
soon as he leave, as soon as that door closes and I hear that, I look out the window, see that car go.
Yeah.
I'll be getting everything. I'll be calling all my male friends. Hey, all y'all watch the door. Or I got to pack this little suitcase up. We getting out of here. I ain't even going to leave a note.
So we have two comments here. We have a pro and a con. We have Sharon says, because it doesn't make sense to the viewer what Emily be talking about. Now we know she doesn't feel safe. Emily has her own issues. And Frappes and T took the diplomatic approach that says KKP wasn't sensitive to Emily. She should have moved on to another question because Emily was getting upset.
No.
Put on your big girl panties, boo. You signed up for this. So we have a right to know. If you didn't want nobody knowing your business and your personal life, don't sign up for no nationally televised show.
And literally the after party is for her to ask what the viewers want to ask.
Exactly.
That's why I got better when she took over because she was asking what people. She probably watch her job probably is to watch all the YouTubers, watch a couple videos, watch the show, and then go out into the YouTube world, figure out what everybody, because all YouTubers eventually ask a couple questions that's the same thing. Why this? Why that? And so she
Right.
just probably come back and be like, well, the viewers are looking to figure out why you turn your face every time he start talking.
Yeah.
Sharon
I
says
agree.
that's her job to ask questions.
I think that Keisha handled it the best way she could because we all know some women will not have handled it that way. They would have got the neck rolling,
Or they,
all of that.
or she could have said, well, like we said, it ain't my fault that your man doing it. She could have did it that way, even though that wouldn't have been professional. I'm glad she didn't do that, obviously.
Yeah.
But I feel like she did her job because she eventually got it out of her.
Mm-hmm.
She just had to slow it down for her because it was too much going on. She's like, wait a minute, I'm not attacking you. I'm
Right.
Yeah.
simply asking. She had to just
Mm-hmm.
slow it down. I'm
Mm-hmm.
simply asking you, it don't look like you feel safe to say what you want to say in front of him. That's all we saying. From what we seeing. I'm not trying to say this is from what everybody viewing.
Right. Front Page and T said, I understand, but when someone is triggered, don't further trigger them.
How do we know that she's triggered?
Cheryl says, but Emily brought it up about the soccer game. Keisha wanted to know what led up to Brennan yelling at her.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon says Emily was even rude to Austin getting in his and Becca's personal life.
Hey, y'all
Front
didn't even finish.
Page and T said KK's tone was sassy. And then Cheryl says, totally agree, Sharon. So,
But the problem is Emily. She need to stop telling her business.
Yeah.
And the like she said, it's not even her trying to be in their business. That obviously it sounds like the walls is thin. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
above me, so you doing the scavenger hunt. I heard you crawling on the ground and
part, yeah.
Listen, she was
right.
like
So
this.
Yeah, I've
right.
heard that
So
part.
she probably knew. She probably was in that room like, oh, I wonder if they gonna have sex. They room above us. Let me hear.
I think it just depends on how you feel about the situation. Clearly, some of us feel one way and others feel another way. But the point is, for me, the point is if Emily felt safe and it came out on the after party she was unsafe, as
That would have been a wrap.
as outspoken as she says that she is, and all these things, why did she wait till now instead of telling
Yeah.
production or
So
an
did she say she didn't feel safe talking, or she didn't feel safe like safe?
safe is safe. Talk. If you
Right.
don't feel safe talking, then you don't know. Because she said Brennan would off camera pace the floor, throw things at the wall. She
Oh,
just didn't feel
she did
safe.
say that. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and then when you're doing that, that's like a bull, with the red. And it's like they're just waiting. So I would have walked my tail right out. You go ahead and walk around this little thing like you in jail, like they do when they be walking around, trying to get some exercise. You go ahead and do that. I'm gonna just go ahead and walk myself out the door and get to a safe place because I
Right.
can't trust you right
You
now.
should have grabbed your work computer. You'd be like, yeah, I'm going to have drinks with the girls tonight. I'm just bringing my computer because my friend computer broke. I'm gonna be right. I'm be back by 1. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean? Don't wait up
Mm-mm.
though. Don't wait up.
I would
Something.
have grabbed my purse and been gone. Everybody else, y'all go grab my stuff.
Right. I
Frappe
would have
and T
called
said,
Becca. I'm coming down the stairs. Had the door open.
yeah. Frappe and T said I could tell Emily felt uncomfortable with Brennan. Yeah, we could tell,
Oh
but just what she revealed on the after party just now makes it seem like, girl, why did you stay? Why did you fight so hard?
yeah.
He's doing all this, being not maybe domestic to you, but being domestic, just that one little thing
Hmm.
can tip him off to where he turned it towards you. He was already being aggressive in his own way by
Right.
doing those things.
Right.
So,
So
Right.
is
all right,
he
one
passive
last comment.
aggressive?
I said aggressive in his own way. I didn't say that's not passive aggressive. Passive
Oh,
aggressive is saying it, throwing a rock hiding your hands. He's being
yeah.
Hmm.
aggressive
Okay.
in his actions. Charles
Hmm.
said, sounds fishy with walls that then nobody heard Brennan making all that noise. I mean,
Yeah. Mm.
never know. So, all right. Well, any last comments? And I really hope the wedding is next week, but like the commenter said, it probably is like he gets the island and we see her walk in the door. So it probably will be 2 weeks. So this season probably will be 20 something episodes.
I'll just send you a bell in your Instagram if the wedding happen.
Okay,
Right.
however you want
Wedding
to do it.
bells.
So again, thank you everybody for joining. I will have pictures on IG. Some of you
I
who
had one comment before we go.
yes.
My comment was, why does production? I said it doesn't really make sense that they don't show us. They got the cameras in there to show us what happened behind the scenes, but they don't show it. The show is failing. That would keep people entertained because now we seeing he really a nut. So what do you have? If y'all got permission to show the footage, show the footage. So now we
Mm-hmm.
won't be confused the next week why they not talking, even though after the episode it seemed like they had a good night. It's confusing the audience because every time we think they cool, then the next cut scene, somebody is gone and left, and we like, what happened? And we thinking
Right.
it was maybe the conversation went wrong. It ain't got nothing to do with the conversation. They was arguing because she ate his burrito. We don't know. Like, what is the why you don't show us that cam in the kitchen? That kitchen cam
We
catch
used to see it all the
everything.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we
That's
did.
the best cam. We don't need to watch no other cameras. We need the kitchen cam
Right.
and the
Right.
bathroom mic.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There you go. There you go. I don't know. I think they have truly dropped the ball this season. So maybe after next week they'll start focusing on Michael and Chloe because we don't know them to see how they get along.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Plus they have to have a month anniversary too. So yeah, that sounds like more episodes this season. Sorry.
I feel like they're not gonna Claire, Brandon and Brennan and them. They're not gonna have it. They're gonna have a regular little. Hey, it was a good morning. I had coffee. It's our month anniversary, but we just
Mm-hmm.
agreed not to have.
Yeah.
Spend time with each other.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. And I will see y'all in 2 weeks. It's crazy.
Enjoy
Listen,
your
you better
trip.
go
Have
and
fun.
go have the time of your life, honey.
Oh,
And
invest into
listen,
that phone thing that you
and
can
you
put
need a
your
new
phone
name.
in its clip.
I need a new name.
Yes. Your
Yeah,
name can't be your name. Your name has to be something exotic.
yeah, my wife's name was Monica on the trip.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Message
Oh,
me.
like he said, what he thought his wife's name was gonna be. You can be Destiny.
No.
But yeah, your name cannot be your name. You need a new name.
Okay, I'll think of
When I
something.
go, like my name is Zoe.
Mm. I
Hmm.
don't
Yeah, it's
know.
like a Sasha Fierce type, Sasha Fierce or Beyonce, Zoe or Tamika.
Oh,
Zoe is, totally different.
give me some suggestions on IG.
I will.
We
So,
got
all
you.
right. Well, everyone be safe. Thank you very much for watching. I will update everybody when I'm back, and I'll also catch up when I'm back. Y'all be safe, and I will
You
talk with
safe
you.
too.
All
Have
right.
a good
Have a
trip.
good trip.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.